All right, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. We are here. Exciting times. So it is Sunday around noon. Today is actually Mother's Day, I believe, in the West. And so today, this afternoon, I'm going to be going to my parents' house to celebrate Mother's Day, which is lovely. I'm going to try to get a couple hours in and see where we can go. As you remember from last time, we actually went and fought this kind of evil Baramos guy, this kind of fire monster. And out of that, we saw that there was another beast, some kind of god of the underworld, something like that. Let's go see. Now, as you remember, if I go up to my map here we go. You'll notice there is one place where I need to go, and that is right there in the mountains. So we shall see what is there. I believe we have a strong party. It's not super strong, but it's strong enough. Let's go see what lasts here. Find the castle from your dreams. So I was sleeping in my parents' house in the game, and I kind of dreamt about this, how this used to have these deep, thick clouds, but the clouds disappeared. Now I can actually enter this area with my dragon. Okay, let's go. All right, let's see. Castle of the Dragon Queen. Is it scary? Doesn't it say? No. There's a cat here. There's a monster over there too. I've heard that there are several spots in this world where one can grow in strength in speedy fashion. Alas, they cannot be reached on foot, which is why few even know of their existence. I must admit, I presently am perfectly perplexed as to how they actually make one stronger, never mind how they achieve this in a manner most quick. Now once again, whoops, sorry, I'm always hitting the wrong buttons here. Alright, let me just go over here and use one of my items. One of the items that I always use, you guys have heard me say it 100,000 times, is musk. If I were going to buy 20 of anything, it would be musk. Let's see if this works. Goey! Who are you? Alright. Alright, cool. So he just joined my little monster party. Curry! I need to discover another place where I can fight monster battles, because I think I fought all of them. There's not much over here, is there? I gotta check. There's no enemies here. That's odd. What the hell? You stand in the castle of the Dragon Queen, but the closest place in this world to the heavens. Locks everywhere and no enemies. Hello. The end is nigh. Precious little of the Queen's life remains. I don't know who the Queen is. Like, I know that I can go in there, but I want to just kind of talk to people for a second. Because there's like normal people here. They're not monsters. She is not long for this world, and yet the Queen continues to carry out her duty with all her being. I can go downstairs here. I can go up here. This castle is the closest place to heaven in the whole world. Apparently, if you earn the title of true hero, you could even get there from here. That's a weird sentence. I am confused. All right. Let's go back. Sorry. These people. Remember that life goes on even after death. We need not mourn, though our hearts may tell us otherwise. Your Majesty, I know that I am not worthy, but I beg you to forgive me. Forgive me for being powerless to prevent this most untimely of ends. They keep talking about the end. It is through this continuous cycle of rebirth that the dragon most holy has watched over this realm. The dragon's queen era may have come to an end. However, her offspring will take her place and guide us, as she is so graciously did. Woohoo! Alright, let's see what this is.
You stand before the Dragon Queen, servant of the Almighty Goddess. Thank you for heeding my call and making your way here. Doubtless, one of my retainers has already told you, but I have scant time left. Listen well, child of Ortega, for I am about to impart all that I know of Zoma, whilst my life's flame yet burns. I do so in the hope that it will allow you to vanquish the fiend and restore order to our realm. Will you heed my request?
Yes.
Thank you sincerely. Zoma dwells in the depths of the underworld. Start your journey there by first heading east of Baramos's lair. Eventually, you will come across an island in the middle of a lake. Its caves will lead you to the world below. Now, do not weep for me. My time is simply coming to an end, and I am certain my offspring can handle the task that awaits.
Her offspring. Her child.
Just know that Zoma possesses a power unlike any you have faced thus far. You would underestimate him at your peril. However, as long as you have this, you will not falter. The light will return. Of that I am sure.
Ah, the sphere of light. Interesting. What does that do?
When faced with forces most dark, hold that sphere aloft. Then it will be your turn to prove your might once more.
Your Majesty!
Now it falls to me to pass on the torch to my dearest child.
Ah, her offspring. So she's reborn, in a sense. Having entrusted the sphere of light to Michael, the Dragon Queen, with her last breath, lays an egg containing her offspring, her child. Those who serve the queen gather to mourn her passing. Then, a short while later,
words fail me. Had I the strength, thy light may yet shine bright.
Michael touches the egg gently. The soft sounds of sleep float forth from within. The queen is dead. May her immortal soul reside forevermore with the goddess. Don't worry, we'll look after the egg. It's safe with us. The queen has at last given the gift of life to her child. It is such a joyous occasion, and yet it's very sad. Maintain your faith, and future shall be one of hope and peace. It falls to us, the humble servants, to protect the egg until it is ready to hatch. And just like that, we are out of here. So it basically sends us right back to where we were before. I'm going to warp over there right now. Let's go. All right, let's go. Now, if it's really as hard as they say it is, then yeah, I'll be doing a little bit of grinding. That's all I can say. But, so this is going to get us down underground, eh? We'll see. Pit of Gyaga. It was horrible. The ground shook like anything, and when I looked, the crack had opened up even wider. It looks for all the world as if some giant thing crawled through it. If it did, it took my friend, the other guard here, down there with it. Now, I guess that's what it does. So the sphere of light will open up this pattern. The darkness vanishes before the sphere of light. Whoa! Now nothing stands between Michael and the path ahead. You guys want to jump in there? Let's go. Let's go. We believe. We believe. Let's do it. We have faith. This is the underworld. Where are we? What? Is that the guy? That's his partner?
Wert thou the source of that ghastly commotion just now? Tell me, from whence didst thou come? Oh dear, thou appearest most fatigued. Pray enter my humble abode, and tell me of what hath befallen thee.
You know, they're thinking that's the guard, so they trust him.
Thou wouldst topple the Lord of the Underworld. Clearly, thou art not one to be trifled with. Nary a single soul in Alefgard would dare dream of accomplishing a feat so grand. Nay, instead we spend our days in fear of the fiend. Regardless, thy path is clear. Make eastwards for the castle town of Tantagel. From there, cross the seas to the south to reach the great fiend's isle. is where you will find the dread lord of the underworld's citadel.
Oh, God. Another city!
Perchance, wouldst thou have use for a map of the realm? Better it serve thee than continue to go to waste in my possession.
Oh, wonderful. This is the underworld map. Fantastic. Alefgard.
Oh, and thou art more than welcome to take the ship outside for thine own. May it aid thee on thy quest.
Wow, he's like the perfect, like onboarding guy. Hey, welcome to this adventure. Here's all the stuff you're going to need.
The goddess goeth with the brave.
I like that. That's an awesome expression. If you're brave, then the mighty Lord will take care of you. Right? But if you're a coward, then he won't. All right, so there's always things that I can kind of poke around, but generally, very happy to see interesting stuff here, dude. Anyway, let's bounce. Wait. He's kind of like cutting me off from the other side here. Is there stuff around here that I can check out? Interesting, interesting design for a house. You have like the city walls inside, and then you have the front part outside. And then there's my ship. It's over here. There's the pier. All this for a mini medal. Sorry, I just want to apologize. I'm not as excited as getting mini medals as I once was, because there's a list inside the area where you get mini medals, and it shows you all the items that you win. They're not that great. Travel east from here, and thou shalt come upon a mighty castle town of Tentegel ere long. If thou art in need of a vessel, the boat yonder beyond belongs to my father. Pray, avail thyself of its freely, stranger. 'Tis seldom used, if ever. Let's jump in. Let's go. Again, no fights. I know the fights are going to start very soon, but let's just check out the map here. Can I zoom out? Ooh. Wait, let me zoom in for a second here. How do I get there? Okay, so I have to go up around here. Essentially go clockwise around, and then you can come around to this yellow section. Again, there are other places they want us to explore, even though we're still in the underground. That looks like that's the map of the monster, Zoma. But there's more places as well. Ooh. Let me just zoom out for a second here. It's interesting because, as you might know, in Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, there was an underground map, and the underground map was supposedly the inverse of the overworld map, right? So I think it was like, if there was water in the overworld, then there would be a lack of space in the underworld. And if something was very, very high in the overworld, it would be very, very low in the underworld, something like that. This doesn't really look like it, because if it did, it would essentially show that water was, was land or something like that, right? So, but no, it looks just very different from the overworld. All right, let's go. We're going to go around here. We're going to look at the overworld map, and I'm sure there will be some fights. Interesting that I landed here. Wow. Whoa. What the heck is that thing? Holy crap, look at that palace. Look at that. I mean, that's got to be the end boss, right? That place look incredible. All right, let's go start here. We're going to make our way over to see who runs this place. I'm so glad there's actually towns in this. Tentagal. Looks wonderful if it wasn't for the underworld. So there's a castle here. I was wondering who lives here. Oh, there's real people here. The castle town of Tentacle bids thee welcome, wanderer. I mean, come on, like, what are you guys doing in the underworld? Thou hast bested the archfiend, thou sayst. But is Baramos not merely an underling of Zoma, lord of the underworld, and master of all evil? You're probably right. Pretty sure. Welcome. If you're after weapons or armor, you've come to the right place. What can I do for you? That's an accessory that anybody can use. Oh, here we go. Wait, it's not letting me save my game? That's weird. The Lord of the Underworld dineth on despair and quencheth his unslakable thirst with tears. Doth he suffer with peoples of Alefgard to live only that we might serve to satisfy his vile appetites? Like I said, guys, that's why we're playing this game. Okay? That's why we're playing this game. Look how messed up the English is, right? This is classic English, or English from the Bible if you want. Oh, here's another store. It's a fascinating little area here. It's like a little island with a store on it. Okay. Greetings. If you're looking for items, you're in luck. You know what I want? I want a musk, and you're not going to give me a musk. It's the annoying part. All right. Sometimes they even have real weapons and stuff like that, but he has nothing. All right, let's go see here. To save my game, I need a key, but it's like, yeah, but obviously I have the key. Alefgard is a realm of darkness sealed fast from all the worlds, a prison of misery wherein hope can never thrive. What is this place? Like a hotel? I'm engaged in the study of methods for removal of curses. I chose this field of study that I might come to the aid of all afflicted by malign magics. Alright, kid. I will come back to you as soon as I need help. There's the master. When rain and sun, the twain do meet. The rain's bow shall a bridge complete. So saith the ancient rhyme. Ah, yes. So I heard there was something like a rainbow drop or something in this game. And I feel like that's like the thing you need to access the end castle, to access that castle, which kind of reminds us of Zelda 64, where you would have this rainbow bridge to get to Ganon's castle. We shall see. Really? Nothing here? Tears before bedtime. All right. Again, I just want to remind you. That like those yellow X's, that tells us that there must be something that we can collect on those yellow X's to then beat the game. All right, let's go save our game, and we'll kind of see if we can get into this castle. I wonder why it was locked. Well, that's the good news. I was able to save my game. That's good. It's a pretty beautiful church. Anybody? Ooh, there's a guy up here. Hello. He seems like a bad boy. Oh, no, no, he's a boss. He's one of these. I'm going to get into so much trouble because I'm absolutely going to run out of musk. Hey, oh!
Fincher? Is it really you? Blimey! It's me, your old pal Robin Hood!
Yeah, I remember
really
you.
have gone straight this time. New world, new life. That's what I say. What's that? How come I'm in the clink then? Ah, simple misunderstanding is all. I'm a changed man, honest. Here, why don't I prove it by telling you something good? By way of apology for all the hassle I've given you over the years. Here goes. There's a thing called the Sunstone. Proper valuable it is. Well, they only keep it in the dining room of the castle here in Tantagel. Can't help but wonder where the heck all me henchmen wound up, though.
That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to like search the little pot here. Anyway, I sort of trust what he's saying, but I feel like the game is like, you're going to do what he's telling you and there's going to be a trap. All of his buddies are going to be in the kitchen. They're going to try to beat you. It's like, okay, well, fair enough. I'm not too worried about fighting them. Again, you guys wonder why I'm always looking at all these pots? That's why. All right, let's take a look at the map. And we're probably going to go. Okay, so there's an inn where you can sleep. There's something over here. What's this? Shouldst thou wish to visit the great castle of Tentacle, thou needst only follow the road here. Oh, yeah. Who's this? In the very center of the desert, north of this place, lieth an ancient ruin. Deep within its walls there gapeth a great chasm without bottom. If the legends speak true, it was created by the great rending of claws, and the Lord of the Underworld was birthed into this realm. Whew. Now, one of the things that I want to do is I want to go back to my recall. A lot of this stuff is just dumb. Hey, what's up, buddy? I'm just struck by how nice it looks. Actually, really cool. Oh, hey, an old master. See that citadel over yonder? It belonged to the Lord of the Underworld himself. Yeah, I know. I saw it. It's like, beautiful. In all my years, I have not met but a single soul who set out to breach its defenses and lived to tell the tale. Heed mine advice. Thou should wishes to live long, do not even ponder heading there. We're definitely going to go there. Interesting. This is the old man's house, I guess. Oh, who's this? Thou art a traveler, art thou not? Then how hast heard tell the fabled recovery ring, perchance? 'Tis said that a man need do more than walk while wearing it, and his wounds shall be miraculously healed. That sounds cool. She's got the weakest defense, she's got the lowest level, and then the lowest HP, right? So she's the one who needs the most defense. Anyway, let's keep going, and we're going to go up and see who's all... I mean, I can enter pretty much any door, right? So I should be able to just kind of walk in, right? Yeah, okay, that's cool. Hey, my friend, my friend, my friend. Halt! Thine is the face I have hitherto not laid eyes upon. Where didst thou come from? By boat from the west? This cannot be. Wanderer, thou wouldst seek an audience with his majesty, yes? Of course. Then allow me to escort thee.
My God hath told me much of thy deeds. Forgive me for summoning thee here so suddenly, but there is something I would ask of thee. Perchance thou art familiar with the name Ortega.
Again, my father.
Thou art indeed his child, after all. Then allow me to officially bid thee welcome to Tantagel. Now, 'twould behove us to begin by explaining how we of Tantagel came to know thy father. Hard to fathom though it may be, Ortega once resided within these very walls.
It must have been, what, a decade or so ago. 'Twas a day like any other when an injured warrior was carried into the castle. His wounds were most severe, but he was yet to breathe his last. Alas, his own name excluded. His memories had taken their leave of him entirely.
I elected to let him stay with us whilst he recovered. Ortega even served me for a time. Though he remembered naught of his old life, he was a gentleman, most jovial, and well liked by all in the castle.
Then, all too suddenly, one day he simply vanished. Nary a soul knew whither he had gone.
Surely thou findest thyself here today in search of thy father. By all means ask those within the castle anything thou wishest. I am certain thou shalt be reunited with him ere long, but know patience. Should tragedy befall thee in thy haste, Ortega too would suffer.
All right, let's go see what's up here. Aliahan, 'tis a name I feel I've heard ere this day, but of course, 'tis the town whence another traveler who visited us here hailed. That's again my father, hint hint. Just exploring, exploring. Hey, there's a cat. Meow. La 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 la. This looks special. Let's go downstairs. Okay, something interesting here. Let's check it out. What's that you say? The Sunstone? Alas, no such treasure is to be found here, friend. But, strange coincidence, I did chance to dream of such a thing. Yeah, the dawn did finally return to our realm, and upon its breast breaking, the self-same stone was entrusted unto me. I think, remember, we have to take advice from the guy we saw in the town to find the Sunstone. So it's around here somewhere. This guy. Hey, buddy. I'm going to walk over all the garden here. This realm was given form by the mighty Rubis, yet even she could not escape dread Zoma's wrath, who did with cunning seal her way in a place beyond hope. Sorry about that weird sentence. We have capital letters for special people. The only time we ever do that is when we talk about, like, a heavenly person, like a god or a goddess. That's the only time we ever capitalize letters like that, you know, unless it's somebody's name. So as you said, Zoma sealed her in his castle, and we can free her. Let's go over here. No, okay. Let's make our way down, as you said here. If I get through here, I can sort of find something in the kitchen. Something? Hello. This place is the kitchen where the meat and wine and castle are prepared. Yeah, wasn't that confused. Kind of looks like a kitchen. Okay, well, that's not where I wanted to go. Hey, treasure. Oh, the sunstone. Okay, there you go. Guess we found it. It's a pretty important item. Cool apartment, dude. Whoever got to live here, it's awesome. Just missing a TV, right? All right. Let's go over here. We're going to break here through here. Oh. Let's go walk on it. Now, I don't want to open anything. I just want to talk to you guys. Thou would face dread Zona. Thou would face dread Zoma. I do commend thee for thy courage, friend, but throw not thy life away. None save one wielding the sword of kings could hope to smite the Dark Lord, nor could one hope to withstand his wrath, save with the oral armor and the hero's shield for protection. Alas, this trinity of sacred arms resides no longer in this castle. Yeah, not even an image of the fabled treasure remaineth. Okay, guys, I gotta ask. I gotta know what's in here. Can I? Not important stuff. Yes, of course. Sorry, we got damaged pretty badly by that. All right, so the next guest is probably just to get out of here, and we got to find some of these rainbow drops. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like, I guess this is the first place because we had we had to get the sunstone first. But the next place that we got to go is to collect our little rainbow drops. All right. I wonder what I can do in a short period of time. As you know, we don't have a flying monster. All right, we don't have a dragon anymore. Let's go back here. So because of him, I have it, and now I suppose I need to find all the rainbow drops. I was also kind of hoping that I could find that guy from the last from that house, but I don't know where he is. I'm going to spend a little bit of time here. As you know, there's really nothing else here for me to do. Maybe I'll go down and just kind of check out the inn, because there might be some people there. Okay. I wonder if I can just get to the next area before we wrap up the video. Thank you. I needed that because of all my magic points. All right. Now, when I come up here, one of the things that I want to do is I want to sell a bunch of stuff. So we enjoyed that, and there's no X there anymore, right? And that's because we already got a little raindrop. So where do you think is the next place that we could go, or the closest place we can go? I think they want us to go into the southern desert. Whoa! What an oh, there is no cave. I thought there was going to be a cave up there. Dandara. Beautiful. All right, guys, this is looking pretty good. Unfortunately, I'm kind of running out of time here, so I'm going to let you go for now. I will see you shortly. Have a great time. Have a great week. And have a wonderful day. See you later, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.